Another report of UFOs. This time it's a crash after a battle in the skies. UFO crashed after a battle with red object in Australian skies. This is what locals are claiming. This is a Sputnik News article today. While many sightings of unidentified flying objects include spotting dots and circles in the sky, Rob and Phil Tyndale insist that what they saw as children looked like a fight and subsequent crash. Although their encounter dates back to 1980, they refuse to believe the objects were anything else but aliens, and alien craft, of course. Australians Rob and Phil Tyndale insist that they saw 2 UFOs in the skies outside their home in Adelaide Hills. This was nearly 40 years ago. They were only 10 years old. They described what they witnessed as a bright yellow object and a thing emitting a red light. According to the brothers, cited by the Daily Mail, they spotted the first one above a tree line at the end of the valley from the ground prior to a red one appearing, trying to charge at it before the blowflies on steroids flew with extreme speed and disappeared within 15 minutes. Meanwhile, a yellow one made an emergency crash landing and ended up in a tree, they said. They crossed the valley, head back and forth many times in a hectic paired chase. Eventually, the yellow one sped off at extraordinary speed to our right and disappeared behind the hill. The red one had also gone. Neither myself nor my brother were certain whether the red one had followed or simply left, Phil said. And according to him, the area was less populated and sparsely treed, and no noises were heard at night. Not that this was unusual. There were fewer people in the hills back then, Phil said, but there was no engine noise from this bobbing light at the end of our valley. Although the 2 woke their parents up, they refused to do anything and sent the witnesses back to bed. Their grandmother, however, found an article in their local paper titled Aussie Sure UFO Damaged Trees. So there were other people that had seen this UFO firefight above their heads. So that was in the newspapers about a purported alien spacecraft crashing on the same night when the boys witnessed a mysterious battle. Darrell Brown, who reported the crash, is said to have heard a tree creaking and groaning. He claimed to have discovered an 8-meter yellow craft when he approached the site and called the authorities. However, by the time he and the investigators had got there, the object was gone, leaving no traces but damages. That's amazing, amazing. I think, there's, because of the fact that Australia, most of the continent is not populated, there's a lot of reports of UFO activity there. Anyway, amazing. I believe them because when I was about that age, I was about 10, 12 years old, during the summertime, I saw a UFO in Montreal, Canada, at the edge of our neighborhood, over the forest. Again, at that time, look, Canada only had 10 million people when I was there, and we were in an area that was really sparsely populated at the edge of the city, So we saw it. I still believe I saw a UFO. Anyway, I'll leave links below for you for this. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, And we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.